Cholak, the fall. That's what the Awanichi called Yosemite Falls. It was the tallest fall in the valley and close to their main dwelling area. Yes, it was the fall. The upper fall is 1,430 feet. In comparison, the lower fall seems rather insignificant, but it is almost twice the height of Niagara Falls. I guess everything's relative. Located 1 mile up the Yosemite Falls Trail, Columbia Rock is a worthy destination in its own right, providing scenic views of the mid and eastern portion of the valley, including Half Dome. However, in my opinion, the real gem of this trail lies less than half a mile away and is somewhat hidden. I'll show you how to get there and why it's so special. Then we climb to the top of the fall and witness its thunderous journey over the cliff. This is a hot, dry hike, so be sure to bring plenty of water. This can be done either as a day hike or as an overnight trip. To get to the trailhead, take the shuttle bus to stop number 7 and cross the road to Camp 4. Arriving at Camp 4, make your way to the northeast corner of the parking lot. You immediately jump into the first of many switchbacks. For the first 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile, it's pretty much a grunt trail. It feels good to get the muscles working and the heart pumping, but there's not much by way of views. Then, suddenly, the oaks scatter, leaving you with fine views into the valley looking west. About a half mile further up the trail, we come upon a rock outcropping, Columbia Rock, Half Dome, Sentinel Rock, and looking west toward the cathedral spires. This often exposed and hot trail is endowed with treasures other than fantastic views. During spring, mist or spring-fed flower gardens show off a wide array of colors and shapes. About a half mile past Columbia Rock, we come upon an almost hidden trail that leads to one of my favorite vista points. There is no better place to get acquainted with the entire fall than from this spot. Not having an official name, I heard it referred to once by some school children as Ooh Ah Rock, and that name seems quite fitting. We are now about 2 miles from the top of Yosemite Falls. Entering an exposed and rocky canyon and also observing the makeup of these sheer granite walls, we discern the forces that continue to shape this magnificent valley. The unloading joints or sheeting in this cliff are vertical, not unlike a stack of plywood standing up. The freeze-thaw cycle and other weathering weakens the joints, eventually causing the surface layer to fall, which exposes yet another layer to be worked on by the weather. Yes, even the seemingly permanent mountains are wearing away. The face of Yosemite continues to be sculpted. Coming upon a trail junction, we are now only 2/10 of a mile from the top. Approaching the rim, we gaze down into the valley below and over to Half Dome and the valley's south rim. Then we head toward the fall. please be careful here. A brief section is exposed, and if you lost both your handhold and your footing, it would be possible, though unlikely, to fall over the edge. Standing here, it's as if you're in the belly of the great and powerful fall.